You think you know Harry Potter? Think again. From Dobby's missing storyline to Dumbledore's secret past, here are 30 huge differences between the books and the movies that completely change the story.
Overview of the Harry Potter movie series. The Harry Potter story is spread across 7 different novels and 8 movies. The Harry Potter franchise consists of 7 novels written by J.K. Rowling, adapted into a total of 8 films. This includes the 2-part adaptation of the final book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Changes in adaptation from book to film. None of the movies cover the complete picture as drawn in the respective books. The transition from book to film led to many differences, largely due to cinematic constraints such as time and pacing. Important details that build character development and lore are often condensed or omitted entirely, making the books a richer, more expansive experience.
Diagon Alley scene differences. Diagon Alley was much more thrilling in the book. In the book, Diagon Alley is far more detailed and atmospheric. Hagrid reveals the truth about Harry's parents before entering Diagon Alley, a moment the movie delays. Professor Quirrell's portrayal also differs. In the book, he is approachable and without a turban, while in the film, he is aloof and already wearing one. Additionally, in the book, Hagrid accompanies Harry to Ollivanders and engages in deeper dialogue, whereas in the film, Harry is alone.
Early interactions at Hogwarts. Harry's first meeting with Draco occurs differently in the book than in the movie. In the book, Harry first meets Draco Malfoy at Madame Malkin's robes for all occasions. The film shifts this meeting to the train. This change alters how Draco introduces Quidditch and how the rivalry begins. The introductions of Ron and Hermione also differ, with the book providing more context and development, while the film simplifies these moments.
Changes related to the Philosopher's Stone. The path to meeting Quirrell is more complex in the book. The book presents a more intricate journey involving Peeves, multiple obstacles, and a longer build-up to the Philosopher's Stone. The chess match and logic puzzle scenes are also more detailed, highlighting teamwork and strategy, elements simplified in the film. Missing elements in the movie. The film simplifies the whole scene where Norbert is handed off to his caretakers. The book includes the detailed plan Harry, Hermione, and Ron make to send Norbert, the dragon, to Romania, and the consequences when they're caught by Filch. The film removes these key plot points, making the story more straightforward but less immersive. Differences in Lockhart's characterization. The Howler scene is not the same in the 2 versions. Gilderoy Lockhart's cowardice is portrayed more humorously in the book. In the movie, the Howler turns into lips that scream at Ron and vanish. In the book, it shrieks across the hall before burning. Lockhart's classroom quiz and exaggerated self-promotion are also missing from the film, reducing his depth and comic absurdity. Riddle's diary and the chamber. In the book, the ink inside the diary is red, like blood. The diary's discovery is more chilling in the book. The film simplifies the sequence and skips the details about Dumbledore's office and Riddle's manipulations. The Basilisk battle also differs. The Sword of Gryffindor appears on the floor in the movie, while in the book, Harry retrieves it through Fawkes's intervention, a more organic and suspenseful moment. After the chamber's resolution, Dobby gets his reward in the book after different events unfold. The film condenses the ending. In the book, Harry and Ron meet Professor McGonagall before Dumbledore, creating emotional buildup. Dobby's freedom scene is more impactful in the book, with the sock and diary trick explained in detail.
The aftermath includes Lockhart's fate and Hagrid's paperwork, all absent from the film. Harry's isolation against Dementors. In the book, the characters face the Dementors together as a group. The film isolates Harry and Hermione, amplifying tension, while the book portrays group unity. This small change shifts the tone of the scene from teamwork to fear. Ron's role in time travel. In the book, Ron is unconscious during the time travel incident. The movie keeps Ron awake and aware, while the book has him unconscious throughout, affecting continuity and tone.
Sirius's imprisonment. In the book, Sirius is held in Professor Flitwick's office, not a dark tower. The film dramatizes Sirius's confinement by showing a tower cell, while the book's version is quieter, but more realistic within Hogwarts. The Marauders map differences. In the book, Snape finds Harry and Ron sneaking out of the One-Eyed Witch passage. In the film, Snape discovers Harry more dramatically under the invisibility cloak, while in the book, the discovery is subtler and showcases Snape's cunning. Quidditch match variations. The film depicts a more dramatic Quidditch match with extra theatrics. The book's Quidditch matches focus on strategy and skill, while the films add visual spectacle with lightning, broom attacks, and scenes and characterization. The book includes detailed lessons in transfiguration and potions that the film omits. The book enriches Hogwarts life with lessons and practice scenes that build depth. The films remove most classroom content for pacing. Buckbeak's flight experience. Harry's experience during Buckbeak's flight is more subdued in the book. The film emphasizes thrill and visuals. The book focuses on Harry's inner reflection and fear of heights, making it a quieter moment. Film-only additions. A character named Bem appears in the movie but is not present in the book. The film adds minor characters like Bem for visual variety and dialogue balance. These do not exist in the original text. Changes to Dobby's role. In the film, Neville gives Harry gillyweed instead of Dobby. This change removes Dobby's involvement in helping Harry, diminishing his significance in the Goblet of Fire. Barty Crouch Jr.'s true nature. The real Moody barely speaks on screen, while in the book, he's fully explained. The film simplifies Barty Crouch Jr.'s backstory. The book explores his escape, control by his father, and the Dementor's kiss, all vital details cut for brevity. Disappearance of key characters. Sirius never appears in person at the end of the film. The movie confines Sirius to brief fire chats, while the book includes his physical presence, enhancing the emotional impact. The film also omits Harry's decision to give his Triwizard winnings to Fred and George, a defining act of generosity. Missed plot points and connections. There's no mention in the film of Rita Skeeter's Animagus secret. Hermione's blackmail of Rita and other subplot details, such as her enchanted sign-up list, are missing from the movie, removing layers of moral tension. Dumbledore's diminished power. Dumbledore disappears in dramatic style, but the book shows a more confrontational exit. The movie omits his heated confrontation with Minister Fudge and McGonagall's career counseling session with Harry, both key moments for character development. The Department of Mysteries. The movie shortens most of what makes the Department of Mysteries strange. The film condenses the mystery rooms and the haunting imagery of the clocks, time spells, and the consequences of prophecy, much richer in the book. Young Tom Riddle's backstory. The film treats Voldemort as if he appeared from nowhere. The book delves into Riddle's ancestry, the Gaunt family, and his disturbing upbringing, vital context missing from the film. The Ring and the Resurrection Stone. The movie omits the Peveril name and the true story behind the Resurrection Stone. The book explains the ring's curse, Dumbledore's mistake, and the Hallows' link to mortality, details glossed over in the film.
The Burrow Attack. The fiery attack on the Burrow during Christmas does not exist in the book. The movie adds an entirely new action sequence for drama. In the book, Christmas at the Burrow is tense but quiet, focused on grief and planning.
Lupin and Percy's development. The film removes Lupin's backstory and Percy's redemption. The book gives Lupin emotional conversations with Harry and shows Percy reconciling with his family, both missing from the film. Aragog's funeral. In the book, Hagrid's invitation for the funeral feels more deliberate and meaningful. The film simplifies it into a random encounter, while the book treats it as a structured, symbolic event connecting multiple subplots. Sectum Sempra and its consequences. The book gives more build-up and aftermath to the curse. In the film, glosses over Harry's guilt and the punishment that follows. In the book, he faces detention and emotional fallout, enriching his moral arc. The Cave Challenge. The book's potion scene is far more tense and descriptive. Dumbledore's reasoning, pain, and Harry's helplessness are explored in full in the book. The film focuses on visuals instead. Hedwig's death. The cause of Harry's discovery differs between versions. In the book, Hedwig's death and Harry's own mistakes expose his identity. In the movie, her sacrifice takes center stage. Hermione as Bellatrix scene. The movie omits the scene where Harry casts the Imperius Curse. This emotional, morally complex encounter with Hermione pretending to be Bellatrix adds realism to the chaos in the book. Gringotts' betrayal. In the book, Hermione hands over Bellatrix's wand, alerting the goblins. This small difference completely changes how their cover is blown inside Gringotts. Percy's role in the final battle. The film removes Percy's reconciliation with his family. The book shows Percy returning to fight with the Weasleys, a touching and redemptive moment cut from the screen. Snape's memories. The film rushes through Snape's memories, missing emotional depth. The book explores his lifelong love for Lily and the tragedy of his choices, making his final scenes far more moving. King's Cross Revelation. Harry's understanding of his survival is explained more clearly in the book. Voldemort's use of Harry's blood and the theme of sacrificial protection are deeply examined in the novel, but only hinted at in the film. The final battle. The film simplifies the confrontation, while the book adds depth and dialogue. Neville's heroism, Voldemort's arrogance, and Harry's calm explanation of the Elder Wand's truth play out publicly in the book, privately in the movie. Epilogue differences. The epilogue in the book is warmer and more heartfelt. The film closes quickly, while the book offers humor, family moments, and emotional closure, a fitting end to the saga.